Hey guys, day 38 of learning OpenGL to make my game engine. Today I didn't focus on any new understanding or learning. Today was more of an idea of taking everything I learned and trying to turn it into an abstract data type, or just turn it into some type of object that makes things easier to pronounce so I can make multiple of something really quickly. Like just say this square for instance, if I wanted to, I created an object.cpp file and an object.h file which includes the implementation. So this is .cpp. It's basically just two different constructors that initialize and delete the object as well as display the content when needed. And this is basically the idea that each object contains an x, y, z, and w value to harness the depth. And it also contains a VAO, vertex array object, and VBO, vertex buffer object, as well as a shader ID to see what shader is applied to that specific object. And as we go down, you see there's the getters, the setters, and the deletes, and also creating objects. I basically made these pure virtual functions right here. So it's an abstract base class. So whenever I make something like a square, for instance, now it's very specific. So it has these types of constructors and to draw object, and you give it this forgot like a token that's called an override, and basically overrides the what's it called, the virtual function. You technically don't need this override token. However, it's more applicable and better for implementation for the compiler, so it knows and it does a check to make sure that it's actually overriding something and that there's actually a pure virtual function that's being overwritten. And as you can see here, let me go to the square.cpp file. This file has way more stuff right here, the xyz value to create the object, and this is basically more of the stuff, displaying the vertices, making sure it's initialized, and how it's actually being drawn. So right here it gets the shader ID, which shader is being used, which vertex array is being used, how to draw it, and how it's going to be set. And then afterwards I unbind the program, which is the shader, and unbind the vertex array so the next object can be displayed without being overwritten. Yeah, that's basically it.